It's morning time out here on the homestead, and well, I'm preparing. I'm going to start preparing our garden area. So right now, this is what it looks like, and yeah, it's kind of odd. You see a big circle of tires and everything like that. What we have going on here is what I'm going to do here, and in these tires is I'm going to put our herbs and different things like that, rosemary and sage, thyme, things like that that we use, and then behind the tires, I'm going to be doing raised bed rows, um, more along the lines of like hugelkultur. You see, here we're really starting from scratch. We really have there's not a whole lot out here. I don't have scrap wood. Don't have lumber. Don't have a lot of tools. Um, so we're really working with basics here. There's a few things that I've been able to borrow, um, but uh, but there is a lot of rotting wood from fallen trees and different things like that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do raised beds along like the sort of like the like I said, the hugelkultur type of raised beds, where you put the rotting wood, logs underneath, and kind of layer it like that, and it's like a mound. Uh, so we're going to give that a try. When we moved here, of course, like I said, there wasn't a lot of scrap wood or lumber or anything like that. But what the previous owners did leave were like a bunch of tires. What am I going to do with a bunch of, you know, old used tires, right? Well, I'll repurpose them, and make them like, you know, uh, to plant, like planters out of them. So that's what's going to happen. And so we have a lot of scrap of rotting wood from trees laying down. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna prepare that area, and this is sort of what it looks like right now, right here immediately behind the house, and and then from there, kind of expand outwards. In the middle of that circle of tires, we want to do a little fire pit, a little place where we can sit down and uh, enjoy the backyard and enjoy our garden as it grows and hopefully flourishes and produces for us and everything. So that's the plan. So we'll see what happens here in the near future. So I'm going to get started on that. Do a little bit of work today. It's cloudy, but it's about 67, between 65, 67 degrees. We are in the beginning of February right now. So later on this week, it's supposed to get cold. So I'm going to do this while I can, and then continue on. I want to try to get some stuff planted. Hopefully it won't frost anymore and I can get some seeds in the ground. All right, let's see what happens. And here's the view from the deck, the backyard area. As you can see, there's a tire hinge right there, and there's my fancy yacht that was left here on the property. That little doghouse looking thing right there, believe it or not, that's where they kept the goats. There are two goats. They're like medium-sized goats. Yeah, that's where they kept them. So thought that was kind of odd to keep two goats in a little shelter like that. So I moved them over to a different pen. So here's the back area right here. There's the property line right there, where the big trees are at. You can see, and it goes way back to the back where there's a creek. Anyway, so this is the area we're going to get started on for our immediate garden right there. Hope to see this being very productive someday. Oh boy. So as I get started working on this, you'll see the tools I'm using right now. I don't even have a hoe, you know, so I'm using a shovel that I'm borrowing, and I bought a rake, um, one of those heavier leaf rakes, and so I'm using these two tools right now. So I plan on getting like a hoe or something, hopefully today, you know, make this job a little bit easier. But that's, excuse me, these are the two tools that I'm going to be using today, to kind of prepare the area to put the raised mounds in, where I'm going to place the rotting wood. So let's get to work on that. Now, I'm only taking just the top part of the grass. You know, really, I'm not digging a big trench here or anything. I'm really just taking the top part off, just the grass, and so I did find one issue. There's a huge fire ant bed here. I'm gonna have to deal with that somehow. I don't want to put poison down. I'll figure something out with that. And but anyway, as you can see, I'm making the row here and everything, but it's not. I'm not digging a ditch here. Just basically tearing off this grass, you know. Then afterwards, I'm going to put some cardboard down, kind of keep the weeds from growing back up in this area, and then I'll be layering it with the rotting wood. So that's the plan. We'll see how that all works out. Like I said, it's pretty all experimental. I don't imagine it will be a total flop. Something's got to work out well. I got a few bags of good dirt that I'm going to use. So, well, we'll see what happens. And like I said, there's a lot of rotting wood around here. Let me show you what that looks like. As I make my way around here to the property line here on the side, this would be like the east side of the property. See, we have a lot of dead wood right there. A lot of that needs to be trimmed down and everything. As you can see, dead tree right there. Over here I cleaned up a little bit, and my son and I, we put this pile together here, you know. So we got enough to, and this is not just it right here. There's like tons of this stuff, man, all over the place. See, there's even a whole dead tree right here behind this pine right there. That dead tree right there. So I'm gonna knock that down, and that's gonna supply nutrients for a mound. Anyway, yeah, pretty crazy. Here's a view from the side and everything here on this nice cloudy day in East Texas. There's the front part of the property. There's my son. Hopefully I can get him to start working right now.